the void of Warner Brothers and Paramount leaving California would be pretty big, but that also affects the game studios. Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage, where we take a look at games, chat about the game news in the industry, and of course, stream for fun. Well, when I can. Now, we're going to talk about kind of an update to the Paramount and Warner Bros. Merger, which is, roughly around $100 billion. It's an insane amount of money, but the reason we're talking about this is because Warner Bros. Also has a fairly sizable game studio and publisher arm of Warner Bros. Itself. So they primarily make movies, etc., all that stuff, but they also have a lot of video games that they go about. So that's why we're going over this, because we could ultimately end up moving the jobs. Now, a lot of things have to take place, and we're going to go through some of that. Now, I do have a previous video that I think you should watch just to bring you up to speed with exactly what's going on here and why this is so important and such a big thing. Because, yeah, there's tens of billions of dollars on the line. There's a lot of money. And this also includes the entire gaming division of Warner Brothers. So, but yeah, just to catch you up real quick, Warner Brothers has to be bought. Paramount also has a lot of debt and is buying them with debt on top of it for a ton of money. And, we have a antitrust lawsuit that's kind of in the way that's going to cost even more money. So let's read into this. So Paramount CEO David Ellison has reportedly told his top executives that he's preparing to move the company out of California if the state's Attorney General Rob Bonta refuses to negotiate a settlement in the lawsuit seeking to block Paramount's roughly $110 billion Warner Bros. Discovery acquisition. So again, they're not even wanting to talk about it. They're wanting to just go forward. They're not wanting to communicate because, again, by doing this, it can cost them a heck of a lot more money. Let's keep reading. Ellison was put an actual date on this threat, which is October 1st. Benelli reports that Ellison recently gathered Paramount's 12-member executive leadership team for a meeting on a Paramount lot where the CEO laid out what could become one of the most consequential corporate relocations in Hollywood history. According to two people that have said they have direct knowledge of the meeting, Ellison told the executives that they would relocate possibly to Tennessee, Texas, Georgia, or potentially another state. New Jersey was one of them, but no, that's off the table now, if Bonta does not come to the negotiating table with his antitrust lawsuit. Ellison reportedly said that Paramount's board has already signed off on the move. So basically, the command just has to be given now. The board approves, the company is okay with this, whether they actually buy Warner Brothers or not, which is still can be a ton of money. California's Attorney General Rob Bonta officially led a coalition of 12 Democrat attorney generals in filing an antitrust lawsuit last month, arguing that the transaction would reduce competition in the entertainment industry. The federal Justice Department, meanwhile, had already cleared the merger, and they've also had to have other places to approve of this, I believe, around the world. It's not just here. And yeah, so far, pretty much everyone has been okay with this merger actually happening. Because yeah, if no one actually buys Warner Brothers just vaporizes. They can't actually sustain themselves as a company. They have to be sold. Beginning after September 30th, Paramount is expected to owe Warner Bros. Shareholders approximately $700 million per day while the deal remains unfinished. The antitrust trial is to begin on March 2nd of 2027, which is a heck of a long time to wait, leaving Paramount responsible for roughly more than $1 billion in additional payments if the delay happens. Warner Bros. Transaction ultimately collapses, Paramount could face a staggering $7 billion more in a termination fee. See, would you want to pay an extra $8 billion? Man, I wouldn't. Ellison, too, is developing currently a 5-year plan under which the company's headquarters would move first, following eventually by most studio jobs. And if they buy Warner Brothers, this would also include Warner Brothers. And a lot of it would be the executives and business operations, but they would want to keep a creative presence in Hollywood because of the infrastructure that's already built there for a lot of the entertainment industry. Ellison also reportedly said that relocating the company to somewhere else would save the company approximately $500 million in taxes every year, because, yeah, California is very expensive. And Ellison also reported discussing potentially selling Paramount and Warner Bros. Studio lots. and properties that have previously received valuations reaching billions of dollars. Which again, so like they can make this money back. That is the potential. But yeah, the void of Warner Brothers and Paramount leaving California would be pretty big. But that also affects the game studios. So as of right now, Warner Brothers or WB Games is a premier worldwide publisher, developer, licensor, and distributor of entertainment content for the interactive space across all platforms, including console, handhelds, mobile, and PC-based games for both internal and third-party game titles. As a division of Warner Bros. Discovery, WB Games is home to iconic franchises like Mortal Kombat, Batman Arkham, which we're getting a new game, by the way, Hogwarts Legacy, which we're getting Hogwarts Legacy 2, Lego games, which are very popular, and also many others. They are dedicated to creating and bringing a market high quality, that's debatable sometimes, engaging games that resonate with players globally, leveraging Warner Bros. Extensive library of IPs as well as original IPs. So yeah, there's a lot there also on the gaming side of stuff. And again, if they pick up and move everything, maybe they wouldn't move everything right away. Again, it's like a 5-year plan. If this does all follow through and they do still buy them, maybe all of the studios would actually leave after their current projects are finished. Wouldn't that be interesting? Let's say they launch the game, Hogwarts Legacy 2, the next Batman game, and some of the Lego games or whatever else, or the next Mortal Kombat. And then once they're finished, they're like, hey, we're moving the studio. You can either go with us or we're just going to hire somebody else. So if you work there, you might actually want to pay attention to this because this could be affecting your job if you work at Warner Brothers Games. Now, when we take a look, this I just thought too was interesting. When we actually take a look at all of the land that could potentially be sold if Paramount buys Warner Brothers, we're looking at roughly 6.7 million square feet of land out there. Crazy. And some of it has been owned for like roughly 100 years. And yeah, this is kind of all over the place. If you're curious, I will put up all of these articles if you're interested. But Warner Boulevard, which is Burbank, also the 100 and 200 South California Street in Burbank, 3000 West Alameda Avenue, Venice Boulevard in Culver City, Melrose Avenue, Radford, North Gower Street in Los Angeles, also the 302 or 203 and 231 West Olive Avenue, 2900 and 3000 Olympic Boulevard in Santa Monica, and that is just a ton of places. It's just absurd. And the amount of IPs that Paramount would now have control over, with also a gaming arm on top of it now, could be a pretty big thing if they actually buy Warner Brothers. And then if they pull out and basically move everything, I mean, as of right now, if I understand correctly, Paramount and Warner Brothers roughly make about $12.3 billion per year in California. So the amount of money, the amount of jobs, it'd be tens of thousands of jobs. And then when the economy is pretty rough, who's going to buy all of the property? Well, if they buy less, that means the property value goes down. And yeah, this could really hurt California, but it could also hurt the movies and the games that are being made. And yeah, this could really shake up a lot of stuff. So I just thought this was interesting. I wanted to do an update. Again, if you have not watched the first one that kind of lays out exactly what's going on here, then I will have that at the end screen right here. But if you liked the video, go ahead and like, share, sub, all that jazz. Help the algorithm know that you liked it and enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.